school be able to tell you what to wear? How do you feel about dress codes, uniforms?
I feel that being able to express your individuality is an important part of being a person and being a student, especially at a high school. And I think while uniforms are seemingly convenient and maybe a way to make everybody appear in unison with each other, they actually take away something that's very important that kids need as they're growing up and going through high school, which is expressing who they are. So, yeah.
Can you express your individuality with uniforms?
There are definitely ways to try and individualize and customize the uniform, but I mean, you're pretty limited. I mean, girls can't do very much, guys can't do very much. You basically wear the same thing every day.
In your opinion, should the school be able to tell you what you can wear? What should be on the dress code?
I have seen students continue to make unwise choices when given the option of what to wear, so yes, the school should tell them what to wear.
Are uniforms at Regina, should they be enforced more strictly, or is it?
I actually think your uniforms are nice looking. There are some uniforms that are a bit crazy. I think they're nice looking. I don't know. I think if they're going to enforce it, they should enforce it straight across. And if they're not going to enforce it, they should take it off. I think it should be one way or the other, not giving okays for some and not the other. I think it confuses the kids.
Okay, how do you think students should be involved in our school?
How do I think students should be involved in our school? Well, I think they should have equal say in some of the activities we provide, hear what those activities entail. Enrichment classes, you guys, I think you should have some sort of say in the types of classes you want to take. Things like that, yeah.
Why does the student say matter at all?
I think the students say it matters because it's what affects you every single day. And if you aren't happy with the way things are going, you should be able to express those feelings and try and change that. Because after all, this is all about you guys and your success, and if you can't be successful in the current environment, we need to fix that.
And how do you think, or at Regina, do you think we have like a good amount of involvement?
I think that Regina has more involvement than most schools in the sense of we're small. We have a much more sense of community here, I feel, than in some of the larger schools. And you guys have much more opportunities than someone like me who went to a larger school and never had those opportunities. So I think you guys you're in a good spot.
As a student, how much does your say matter? How much are you involved?
As a student, I would say I'm involved a decent bit, like with sports and stuff like that, but other than that, I'm not too involved really. And our say, I have to say our say probably doesn't matter in the slightest, because Regina just kind of does what it wants, and students just kind of have to put up with it. And it's like, if we want something, and it's like, no, you're going to do this. It's like, I don't like that. And so people just kind of involved and stuff. And yeah.
Should your say matter more?
I probably should, but knowing Regina, it's not going to change in the future.
How can you make it change?
How can we make it change? It's probably not going to, but go to the school board about it and see. Because in our city and West, I have a lot of say. Like, the students have a lot of say in what their school does. In Regina, it's very minuscule the amount of say that the students have, so we should probably get that changed somehow.
What is the business cycle, in your opinion?
I think that largely the economics cycle cannot be controlled especially by a single person or an institution. I believe that there are always going to be prosperous times and not so prosperous times, and throughout all of history it's gone up and it's gone down and it's gone up again, down again. People try to blame the president or they try to blame a party, but it just simply isn't feasible for one person to have that much control over the whole economy.
What was the worst time in our history as Americans? economically?
1979 was probably the worst year that the U.S. Experienced, I think, because the people just didn't have faith that we were ever going to get out of it. I think people not only economically were not doing well, but but their values or their feelings towards the nation had gone down. So, for the first time, people didn't think that they were going to be as prosperous as their mom and dads were, which is a really sad thing. We also didn't have a lot of faith in our president. President Carter was a good guy, but a lot of people just didn't approve of him in leadership. And then we had all the conflicts with the Middle East and with the Cold War, and it was just a mess.
And then what kind of economy as Americans do we have?
I believe that most people think that we have a purely capitalist system, but there's no way that can ever happen. We have free market values, but we also have things like import taxes. We have things like international trade laws, things that can never really allow us to be completely private. Is that a good answer?
What is the business cycle in your opinion?
I assume it's like, or in my opinion, it's like the cycle that businesses go. Shut up! It's like the cycle that businesses they run on in the business world.
All right, what kind of economy do you think we have in America?
Pretty crappy economy.
Wow. Should it change, and how?
Yeah, it should change. We should get more jobs for people. Yeah, fun stuff like that.
What's your opinion on phone usage?
I have no problems with phone usage as long as it is respectful to what's going on in the class, and it's not something that's all-consuming with anybody, whether it's a teacher or a student. When it's all-consuming of their time and their interest, then it's counterproductive. If it's, I'm going to quick look up something on my phone, that's fine. No problems. But it can't be used during a test, on a test, or when instruction is happening. That's just not good use of time.
What is your opinion on phone usage during school?
I think you should be allowed to use your phones during your study halls and your lunch periods and any open periods, I guess, passing. If you need them for classes, like for a calculator and stuff, I think that should be allowed. If you get caught doing stuff, then you pay the consequence. But I actually think that because of the technology now these days, why not use the phone? I mean, people use the computers all the time. Why not use a phone, right? You should be able to use it for Googling and stuff too. Because the smartphones, you can use that.
What's your guys' opinion on phone usage during school?
Alright, well,
We'll start with the negatives.
the pros actually. I lead it. Okay. The pros are. Actually, no, you start. Go ahead. What are your
Pros?
Yeah.
Pros? You can check your grades. You can, look something up for the paper, homework.
It's good for saving space in like lab space and stuff. You can just do stuff on your phone and look things up. That's good.
Checking grades.
Quick. You just said that. You literally. Whatever. Anyways, what was I gonna say? For like a quick fact thing, like, hey, let's check this, see if it's true or not. Quick little things like that. But really, I think it's kind of should never really happen. I mean,
Oh, if you forgot something at home and you text your parents. Yeah.
you could just say, hey, can I go to the office to call my parents? I mean, your parents
That's it.
are at work to work, not be on the phone all day. We're at school to learn. learn, not be on our devices all day. You know, like you see the correlation. You know, you get that. Sorry for
That
laughing.
takes time out of class. You gotta get up. Excuse me, teacher. Gotta go to the office.
Well,
call the
sometimes
parents."
there's inconveniences in life, so
Oh, that's a huge inconvenience.
it's very small. But you get what I'm saying, you know? Parents are at work to work. We're at school to work on schoolwork, not type away on the phone, playing Flappy Bird, which was stolen from Super Mario Bros. Or Nintendo, whatever. Okay, I'm clearly a naysayer, but you know,
Yeah, I can tell.
she's for the cause. I don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle.
You know, as long as you're not using it irresponsibly, you know, as the teacher.
People abuse the rules, so they abuse it like way.
That's
over.
gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Just like drugs.
The thing is, it's far easier to cheat. You know, you just whip out your phone. Oh, well, you have the
That's
answer.
why you turn it off.
Who turns their phone off in class these days?
Save your battery. I do. That's what I do.
Why are you always charging your phone after class, after school? Then, if it's always she's always charging her phone because it's dead. Because she's been typing away. Oh, Instagram. Oh, Snapchat. Oh,
I don't have an Instagram, so
Flappy Bird.
that's false.
You do. I'm joking. She doesn't, but
I
you know.
know.
But you can hit me up at 911-212. I'm kidding. Sorry.
So
That's my Twitter.
a lot of teachers, like, to that argument would say that what if you're, like, playing games, like, during lessons, would
Yeah,
you
like-
have a way to, like, monitor that? If you
Yeah,
said
if
okay
they're
to
looking
phone
down,
usage?
like, oh,
Oh,
hey.
to monitor that?
Like,
Yeah.
Just say only like in the free time. Like
Yeah.
I'll teach the lesson to you, and then you can do whatever you want. It's not my problem if you fail a class. It's not my fault that you didn't study for the test. Like
Yeah.
don't waste my time. Waste yours.
Yeah.